Welcome to Donkeys at the Dump. I'm up here by the dump, and I'm looking, what are we looking, northeast? I had to drive around a bit, but I finally found some donkeys. Where'd they go? Oh, there he is. Looks like a male, and then there's, adult, and then to the left, you see back there, there's maybe a yearling. It's only two donkeys I could find. They're burros. I think technically they're burros. But we're up. You don't have to pay to get up here. You can go right up to the entrance to the dump. It's off San Timoteo Canyon. Take the turn off to the dump, the county dump. It's off of, we're looking down toward Pilgrim Road, but it's up where the nursery is. Take the dump road, refuse road, I think they call it. And you don't have to go in the dump, but go all the way to the top. You can turn around, and then usually you'll find them down in these little canyons right here. It's what, 3:30 now? These guys are up feeding. But I haven't seen, sometimes you'll see 20 or 30 of them in one group along the road down below. I'm up by the power line. Hear the train? They, what was I going to say about the donkeys? Like I said, you'll see, I know what I was going to say. They hang out up top. These guys come in and dump the vegetation, you know, the trimmings, the yard clippings. And the donkeys, they're so picky, they'll stand there and wait for 10 vehicles till they get, I forget what it was, eucalyptus. There were certain ones that they wanted. They were so picky eaters, like they would refuse, you know, they'd walk by the pickup and just kind of like, nah, and they'd go down, and finally somebody had what they wanted, and they would all just gather around, and that's inside the dump. If you go to the very top, if you go to dump something on the very top where they drop the vegetation, it's usually right at the top where you make the right turn. Right turn usually takes you down to where they dump normal stuff, but right at the top is where they dump the vegetation. And they take the kids, because it's kind of fun to watch them. There'll usually be 10 or 15 of them right there. That's probably where they're at right now. The dump's still open. Oh, there's a train down there. Everyone wants to see the choo-choo train. And they're working down in the, I don't know if you could see the bulldozers. They had a couple heavy equipment in there cleaning out San Tim Canyon. Did I lose the burro? Oh, he's in the shadow. There he is. Him or her. But that's your donkey burro fix. And almost every time I come up here, I see them. It's almost guaranteed. I wouldn't bring food for them because they got tons of food. Plus, you don't want to lure them. It's illegal to feed them, and you don't. I'm in Shannon. Yeah, I'm right above you on the power line up here. Well, actually, I'm looking down on you. You're the next canyon over. That's right. If you feed them, it lures them to the road. That's why a lot of them, they stand by the road. They want to get fed. They like carrots and stuff, and it makes them stand in the road, so you don't really want to feed them. Don't lure them to the road. Don't pet them. I know it's hard to. You can take pictures, but they'll come right to your window because they think they're going to get fed. So I know it's hard not to feed them, but I haven't seen a skinny one yet. I've seen they're well fed. They're up here. Look like they're eating. These hills are green now. San Tim Canyon is, well, there's donkey turds all over the place up here. San Timoteo Canyon has turned green. So if you want to see the canyon while it's green, look at these two crows. They're up here playing in the wind. I lost them. Yeah, it's beautiful up here, Shannon. You guys are really lucky to live up here. It's a beautiful canyon. Look at the homes up here. I love that white picket fence. Used to ride dirt bikes up here. What'd they call it? The playground? I'll take Pilgrim Road all the way up back into here. We used to hunt up here years ago. Pilgrim Road's where they have the adoptive burro. Shannon, I know they do burros. Do they do horses there too? Wild horses? They have that wild horse adoption, or wild burro. If you go up Pilgrim Road, that's the road one canyon to the west of me. Oh, they building a house up here? Playpen, that's what it was. Playpen. I used to ride my dirt bike up here and go to keggers, and I'm sure you didn't go to those, Shannon, right? No keggers and no dirt bikes and dune buggies, and it's a really nice view up here. Let me back it out a little bit. But that's the only two burros I could find. That's your, I'll zoom in again on the donk. I can't tell if it's a male or, I had the long lens on them. Mustangs, yeah, they do Mustangs there too, right? What do COVID? Oh yeah, COVID, yeah. So no more auctions. Yeah, I haven't seen the notice for the auctions. That's right. COVID, they shut it down. Ridgecrest, huh? Oh, that's right. Yeah, you're probably a little bit too young to remember that. Yeah, that was back in the 80s when I got here, 70s, 80s. I remember there was a good climb, or a couple good hill climbs there. Actually, anywhere around there's a good hill climb. I should get out and pan around. I'll get out and pan around so you can see what's going on up here. The high tension power line guys are up here working. They're stringing the new towers up here, and the high voltage lines are behind me. But they got the big boom trucks up here. They're still still stringing cable, putting up the new towers. Oh, you can still adopt them and then you pick them up later, maybe. I just saw a video about a wild Mustang. It was on the Dodo, that Facebook group. They captured this guy and they adopted him, and you could tell he was always ran with a mare. They called the mare the Ghost. And the lady that adopted him, they looked for the mare for, God, it was like a year. Because he wasn't the same. They said he could tell he was missing his girlfriend. And then finally somebody called her and said, we think we found her. Because she had unique markings on her legs, brown legs and brown ears. The rest of her was like ghost white. And they put her into the pasture, and here he come. I forget what they called him. But the horse that had been looking for her, he finally saw her, and he was whinnying, and he ran down there, and they touched nose, and it was all happy, and he finally got his girlfriend back. It was on the Dodo. It's a Facebook group called the Dodo. One last look at the donkeys, and then I gotta scram. Where'd he go? There he is. Her. Let's see, it's a Jenny. A Jenny is the female. What's a male called? No, I didn't ask. There's a Jenny and a. I just remember my uncle teaching us to drive the mules. It was Giha. That's how you got them going. A Jenny was because it depends on what they're mated with. One's a mule, one's a donkey. I forget how it goes. My uncle taught us how what you had to mate with what, with a horse or they come out sterile. Jack, that's it. Thanks, Marie. I knew there was Jacks and Jennies, and that's donkeys and burros. Because I remember my uncle trying to keep us straight. He had mules, big mules. I like riding mules because horses get scared so easy. Mules are a lot smarter. But the mules sometimes are too smart. There he is walking away. Like our mules would sense danger and you couldn't see it, and you just think they were refusing. But there was actually ended up being something there, a snake or a. But horses, if I've been on horses, man, they get scared. They spook. our mules wouldn't. The only bad thing about our mules, and they'll eat anything. That's the other thing. You don't have to carry feed for them. Horses are a little pickier on what they eat. But our mules wouldn't jump a fence with us on their backs. We had to get it. We had to dismount, step through the fence or try and get over that damn barbed wire, and then they would jump the fence with us off their backs. It was weird. Horse would jump right over it. Our horses would just go right over a fence, but the damn mules. I don't know if it was just our mules or what. I've only ridden a few mules that my uncle had. That's it from the dump by the power lines. It's nice and green up here. I'll back out where you can see it. Actually, just turn around. Actually, let me get out and I'll let you see what's going on up here. I just pulled off to take some pictures of the burros. Let me back it up so it's not so violent of shaking. Here's the towers here. In fact, there's an old tower laying up there. And here's the pyramid they're building. It's going to be the Redlands pyramid. See the levels going up? Not sure who's buried in there. That's actually the dump. Actually, you can see right here, there's some burro tracks right there, I believe. There's burro poop everywhere. Road apples. And then back up, you see down the power line, see the crew way out there. It's gonna get windy. I don't have a good mic on this right now. See how green it is? Let me back it up where you can see. And it looks like that back thing, everybody was asking what that white thing, from a distance it looks white. That second hill over there, I think that's where they're digging another dump, another pit. See how, from a distance, when you look at it from Highland, it looks like a giant tarp. Let me get that out of the way, because it's going to get windy on the audio. Well, that's it. See how green it is? The burro's looking at me. What's this fool doing up here? Probably hears me talking. Yeah, he stopped. He's like, the hell's going on over there? Amazing. You mean to tell me these burros are always up here? I don't know where the little guy went. There was a little one with him. Probably dropped over the ridge right there. He's sure eyeballing me. Probably because I got out too. I was in the vehicle before. But they'll usually come right. Shit, I've seen people petting them up here and feed them. And there's Mount Baldy way over there. Looks like there's snows. There ain't a lot of snow left on our mountains. We need a storm. We need some storms. And then looking this way, let's go down here and go around. Looking way, that's San Bernardino Mountain, the big one in front, and then Sacred Gonia way in back. And there's the nursery down below. San Tim Canyon. It's not as bright emerald green. I think last year it was really bright emerald green. It's getting there, but we haven't had rain in like 3 weeks. We need some more rain. And that'll bring the wildflowers out too. Well, that's it. It's gonna get windy now. Thanks for watching. See you.